last segment is a dilemma. So
is that it? I was
that was
enjoying that
it.
one.
Okay, next time, noted. I'll put some more questions. But we have dilemma segment. So every week we get our listeners to send in dilemmas.
Cute.
This one is long, but it's really it's a good one. So it starts off, "Hi, I have an issue with a friend. I need some advice. I think I'm within my rights to be mad, but also I want to see if other people think I'm overreacting. Okay, so over the long weekend, a few friends and I went to Canberra. My close friend, we'll call her E, invited me to come along because I also know the others who came to this trip, but I was closest to E. So we went to see our friend who moved from Canberra, we'll call her P. For some extra context, P and I are two South Asian girls, E is white. So we stayed in one Airbnb. There was 7 of us overall. All the other people I didn't know treated me with respect, but surprisingly, my friend started to move different. There were a few different occasions where E would mix up P and myself and call us by different names. Now, I'd understand that if this came from people that didn't know me, it's not right regardless, but I considered myself to be close to E, and she did this 5 or 6 times throughout the trip. Very weird behavior. I'd casually confront it as it happened, and E would apologize and then repeat her mistakes a few more times. I pulled E to the side at one point and tried to discuss, and she said, "Sorry, I don't have any racist intent. I'm just bad with names." Now, I never mentioned that this was being racist. This annoyed me because it seemed like she was more worried about seeming like a racist over acknowledging the fact that she was disrespecting me. I tried to avoid her for the rest of the trip because it made me feel uncomfortable. I want to discuss this again if I can, but I'm not sure what my next move should be. Should I cut my losses and move on, or is it worth trying to hash things out? I didn't think I'd experienced this with a friend I talk to regularly. I'm a bit shocked. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this.
Her friend was forgetting her name?
Crazy. I actually think that's crazy. You know, I'm not even trying to make this a joke. It's literally insane to me that you're going somewhere with your closest friend. It's giving like I'm around new people and I'm trying to act different or brand new.
It's giving disrespect.
Yeah.
It's giving inauthentic friendship. It's giving someone that is just not really that caring and considerate. And they could be going through something. I don't know what they're going through, but it's never an excuse to make someone you're meant to love and be close with feel that way.
Do you know what it makes me wonder? Like, are there other things that you didn't pick up on before because they were your friend, but there was like subliminals? You know what I mean? Like you're moving weird, but I brushed it off, but now it's really showing because how am I your closest friend and you're acting like you don't know my name? That would actually throw me off.
That's really not cool. I don't think that's cool. I think in that situation, sometimes you got to protect your energy. You got to protect your energy. You got to protect your heart. And you got to be around people that uplift you.
So do you think she should cut her off?
I think she should try and have another conversation in a situation that's out of that context, maybe a coffee or something, and communicate how she feels and how that made her feel, even if she does have to reiterate herself for a second time, and then assess what her gut feels in that situation. Like, does she feel heard? Does she feel respected and listened to? Or does she feel like dismissed again? Or like, you know, her feelings aren't being heard because the friend E is getting into defense mode, which is clearly what was happening before. So it's like, you can always, you know, if she's a close friend, open up, be honest, be real, be authentic, and then see how it's taken. And if it's not taken the way that you deserve and that you're worth, then leave it. Cut your losses. But if it is, then that could be a really great experience. But at the same time, you've got to protect your peace. You've got to protect your heart. And there's so many people in this world that can do that for you, that when we hold on to the people that can't, we're like not making room for the right.
Other people, 100%, yeah. I agree. I think that I think I'm trying to not be that person that's like, I used to be very much like, oh, cut off, like, sorry. But I am trying to give my friends grace and give them space to like at least explain themselves. So I think that's what you should give this person, because you're saying that they're one of your closest friends. But if it's getting to a point, if you're noticing that there's a lack of understanding and care and respect, then I think it's reevaluate, babe.
Yeah, I agree. I think reevaluate. But if you do, like, obviously there's something that's like, oh, maybe I should still talk to her about something. And if it's there, like, if it's going to eat you up, and like, you might as well get the closure you need, but you also need to know your self-worth, what you deserve, the standards of respect that you deserve. And you got to make sure that you don't cross that boundary for people pleasing as well. So yeah, I think in that situation, like, obviously I don't know how exactly she felt in those, but she felt terrible enough to ignore her friend and not want to be around her friend. So I think in that situation, you can really go both ways, but always protect your peace.
Yeah, at the end of the day. I agree.
And boundaries and self-respect. You can't make people respect you.
You can't. People just kind of have to. Well, I mean, not have to, but they would want to. If they cared about you, they'll want to. And yeah, your feelings would matter to that person. So I don't know. It's sounding like she's a bit of a funny one, E.
Yeah.
She's a bit of a little...
I think in this situation, what I would say to the beautiful listener that has wrote in, dot point one, your feelings are so valid, and most people, especially me, you, would feel the exact same way.
Yep.
No one deserves to be treated like that from a friend. And good on you for, you know, reaching out to her at the time when you did, and like trying to communicate your feelings, even if it wasn't reciprocated. Know that it's not on you, and that you're doing what you can, and you're existing, and it's not your fault. And then follow your intuition. Like, does your intuition say, I actually want to like hear her out? Or does it say, no, actually I need to just protect myself and focus on the friendships that are fulfilling?
Serving me.
Yeah.
I agree. I love that. For our listeners, for people that are listening and want to send in your dilemmas, you guys can do that every week through all the social links in our bios.